Namaste. Welcome to Yoga with Jo. I'm from Himalaya Yoga and Trek. And this morning we're going to do quite a lot of balancing. So if you have some blocks available to you, you might be needing those. And if you don't have a block, maybe you've got like something like a big thick book that you could use as an alternative. But before we get into our warm-up and sequence for the day, let's do some Kapalabhati, which is a pranayama, and it's excellent for if you wake up with a little bit of fogginess in the brain, not feeling quite clear, maybe the sinuses are giving you a little bit of issue, then it's very good for clearing the sinuses and that fogginess, clearing that fogginess away. So I like to sit in Virasana for Kapalabhati. And don't do this if you have high blood pressure or feeling a bit of low blood pressure, rather not do this. If this is your first time doing Kapalabhati, it is a forceful exhale through the nostrils. So, as such. So you're going to be breathing out through the nostrils, and then the body will naturally do its own inhale. And at the same time as you forcefully exhale through the nostrils, you will be drawing in the belly. So you might like to take your right hand and just place it on the belly so that you can feel that inhale pull. Just maybe test that out for yourself. And then just mind that the shoulders are not doing any kind of jerking around movements. So you just want to pull in the belly as you exhale forcefully through the nostrils. So we're going to just give it a try. Inhale deeply. Exhale halfway. And then exhale forcefully through closed mouth. So you're through the nostrils, pulling in the belly at the same time. So I hope you can all see that. Let me just go sideways so you might be able to see that of the belly just pulling in and out with the breath. Okay, right, now that we've got that, let's try Kapalabhati. We'll go for just a round of 20. We'll exhale and then we'll go for another inhale. I will cue you, and then we'll go for another round of 20. So 2 rounds of 20. So let's inhale together. Exhale halfway and then start. Inhale deeply. Exhale long. Inhale. Now you might have noticed that I drop my head into Jaladhara Bandha. It's a throat lock. And you can also engage Muladhara, your pelvic root lock, if you like, after you exhale. So let's try that again, and I'll cue you through that Jaladhara Bandha, Muladhara Bandha, or Mula Bandha, and let's go. Inhale deeply, exhale half, that's 20. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, start to drop the chin towards the chest. So locking the back of the throat. Start to draw up the pelvis. So locking in the energy at the throat is like a squeezing of the energy in the body. Holding the breath out. As you raise the head, if there's any excess, little bit of air, let it go out. Inhale. Exhale. So if you're enjoying your Kapalabhati, carry on with another 50 and do another round of 50 with that same Jaladhara Bandha lock, Mula Bandha lock, if you wish to do so. Otherwise, we're going to inhale the hands and come up. Look up at the ceiling. Turn the palms facing out. Exhale it all the way down. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale up. Deep breath, filling up the lungs. Exhale. And then you might like to take the left hand and allow it onto the mat, palm on the mat. Bend in the elbow, start to raise the right hand. Inhale. Come over the side body. Nice little stretch in that side body. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, come up. Exhale it out. So left hand goes to mat. Start to bend in that elbow. Inhale, raise the left arm up and over the head. Gentle side body stretch. We're going to be doing quite a few lateral side body stretches just now to get the body nice and warmed up and ready for the day. Let's just come into inhale. As you take your right hand and place your right hand on your left knee, left hand goes behind, look over the left shoulder, exhale it out. Inhale, turn the head to face forward and gently bring the body back. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand goes behind, look over the right shoulder, exhale it out. Inhale, turn the head to face forward. Exhale as you turn and face forward. Take a moment here, check in with the body. How are we doing? Are you doing okay? Any dizziness? If there's any dizziness, just draw back. Maybe sit in child's pose for just a moment with the arms drawn forward if you like, with the head down to the mat if you're just feeling comfortable. Otherwise, let's go over and have your blocks ready. So in your all 4 points pose, just for a moment of Majariasana, go long with the body, drop the belly down towards the mat. And as you exhale this time, maybe tuck the toes, look through the feet, chin to chest, big opening in the back. As the shoulders draw apart, inhale, feet go flat, and reach through the crown of the head, the belly goes down, the shoulders draw away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes, look through the feet, draw the tailbone under, chin to chest. And come back to a neutral spine. So from here I'm going to ask you just to simply come up onto the knees. Take the arms around towards the back. Clasp the hands together. If it's possible to take the palms of the hands together, or you can leave them like so. But see if you can't get the heels of the palms together. Index fingers make a point. Press down. Push out through the pelvis. Roll the shoulders back. Look up at the ceiling. And gesture a little back bend here. So pressing through the pelvis. Forward, shoulders coming back. Push the hands down towards the floor. And this time as you start to draw forward, engage the core. Keep going all the way over. Engage the core and drop the crown of the head to the mat. And reach the hands up towards the ceiling. Now
if you need to drop the hands in order to come up, please do so. Otherwise, I'd like you to inhale as you start to come up, engage the core to help you lift all the way back up.
And exhale as you again look at the ceiling, press the hands down towards the floor, draw the shoulders back, press through the pelvis. Come back up to standing, or on the knees rather, and then placing the hands on the mat, I'd like you to now just easily step that right foot forward so you have a 90-degree angle in your front leg, and the shin of the left leg is left exactly where it is. You would like to take your block and place it in line with your knee. Now, not leaning heavily on your block, but just having it there as a support, as you're going to raise your left hand forward and up, and then take that gentle side bend over to the right hand side. So again, not fully leaning on this block, just having it there for some support. Your arm rather is coming over towards the ear, over the head. Feel into that side body stretch I promised you we would be going into on that left hand side. Inhale. Gently draw the arm down. Now this is going to be challenging, this little balance, so don't judge yourself. I'd like you please to stretch your right leg forward with a micro bend in the knee, so not locking the knee down, just a micro bend in that knee, and then you're going to challenge yourself. Raise the hands to shoulder height. Start to hinge forward from the hips with the pelvis going backward and drawing in the belly, crown of head looking down at the mat. So the crown of the head is like there's a piece of string pulling that crown of head, and focus on drawing your right hip backwards behind you. Keeping those arms shoulder level. It's quite challenging. And then on that inhale, you can drop the arms down, bend in the knee, take hold of your block, make your 90-degree with your right leg again. Take your block and place it a little bit now towards the back foot, and then turning the hands out so the fingers are facing behind you. You're going to inhale. Now come up nice and tall, so you're reaching up out of the body and over the back. The palm faces down to the floor. Big front body stretch now. Extension in the spine. Press that front foot into the mat. So press the front foot down and press the shin of that left leg, the bent leg on the floor. Press that one into the mat as well. And then exhale, spiral all the way over, and then draw that front foot back into your all 4 points. And come back into your cow pose, Vittilas, drop down. Drop the belly down. Look up into Ajna, into your eyebrow center. Look here with the eyes. So we're exercising the eyes at the same time. Exhale, draw down, and we're drawing focus into that eyebrow center to maintain concentration. Inhale, drop the belly down, spread the sacral bones at the back, or the sit bones at the back. Push them towards the back of the room or the side of the room, whichever way you're facing. And then exhale. Come back to neutral now. I'm just going to turn, so we're going for the left side now. Prepare with your block. As you start to raise up onto the knees, just like we did before, and then take and sweep the arms behind you. Pressing the index fingers together as you start to open up the whole of the front, heart, chest, pec area. Draw back the shoulder blades, press the fingers down towards the mat. Open up, look up at the ceiling. Deep breath in. Start to hinge forward from the hips. The hands will follow. And dive under with the crown of head and roll to the crown of the head. If this is not good for your neck, if you do have a neck issue, then rather just bring the hands down to the mat and maybe rest gently. So you're in an inversion, but without resting on the neck. So if you're here in this pose, then we can start to engage the core and lift all the way up, or press yourself up depending on where you were. Let's open up one more time before we release the hands. And release. So taking that left foot now as we step forward into that 90-degree angle. You're going to take your block and just prepare it next to the knee, or just in line with that knee. And then place the hands facing forward. Raise your right arm up. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, start to lean over to the left-hand side, opening up that side body. Feel the stretch all the way from the hip through the rib cage, and even all the way through the arm, the right arm, to the fingertips. Push more through the fingertips. Open up. Exhale. All the way over. So here's your challenge balance today. Take the left foot forward, keeping that micro bend in the knee. Gather the insides of the thighs together, and then take an inhale. Raise the arms shoulder height. It's quite a challenge. Start to draw the pelvis back. Keep the bend in the knee. Start to draw forward. Draw the belly in. Keep the arms shoulder height. And then draw back gently. That left hip towards the back, but squeezing the thighs together at the same time. Keeping your balance. Focus on the top of your mat. Use the breath as a point of anchor. And start to draw all the way back up. Take hold of your block. Make your knee 90 degrees again. Place the block at the back towards the foot. Facing the fingertips backwards. And then inhale as you draw up and over. Ooh. So you can feel that nice stretch also through the abdominal region and even into the quadricep of the leg that is on the floor, bent on the floor, along the floor. So in this case, the right leg. Maybe you're feeling that quadricep stretch there. Exhale and come all the way over. And then let's tuck that back toe and find our way into downward facing dog. So left foot meets right. Maybe move your blocks out of the way. And pedal it out into your downward facing dog. Working on the ankles and the toes. With the breath, inhale and exhale.
So this time coming all the way up onto the toes. And on an exhale, press all the way down to the heels. Pressing into the thumb and the fingers and taking the weight off the heel of the hand. Pressing more down in the heel if that's possible for you today. And then take the knees down to hover just above the mat. Engage the core. Look at your knees. Hover, hover, hover over the mat. Inhale, raise those hips to sky. Exhale as the heels try to make their way a little bit towards the mat. Maybe a little bit more. If this is too much for you, feel free to just keep a bend in the knees. It's all good. So we're going to raise the left leg to sky and then step it through to drop the right knee down. Let's inhale and rise the hands. And then open out. The left hand goes behind, right hand comes forward. So you're opening out to the same side as your knee that is in 90 degrees. So your left side, push through the arms, push through those fingertips. Nice. Feel that rotation in the spine. So we're balancing a lot here. Keep breathing. Now press down into that front foot. And try to draw now the back leg forward as if it's going to come along the front of the mat. Do you feel that engagement now as you press down, and it's almost like trying to draw the front foot and the back leg together. Release that pressure on the legs. Draw that left hand forward. Both arms meet, the palms look at each other. And draw the hands down to the mat. Come into an extended now runner's lunge. Tuck the back foot. And then press up that right heel. Press through that right heel, the back leg. Press through that heel. Imagine that energy, beautiful energy, coming all the way from the crown of the head, shooting all the way down that right leg, from the spine to the hips, to the right leg and into that right heel. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, let the hands go to the mat. And downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Walk it out. Ankles, toes. Okay, come to that stillness again. So we're going to raise the right foot to sky and then step it on through. Now I'm just going to turn quickly so that I can be on the same side as you. And right foot is in front and drop that left knee down. Let's inhale, sweep the hands along the floor, raise it up. Exhale it down. Inhale up. And as you take the hands at the top, your right hand is going to come behind you and you're going to spiral open to the right hand side. So you know with me, if you've been following my classes, that I had surgery almost 6 months ago now on my right shoulder, so sometimes this little guy over here still hasn't got the same strength as previously, and the range of motion is a little still limited, but this is a work in progress.
So scoop that right hand back as it meets that left hand forward. Draw down towards the mat. Tuck that back toe. Come into that lunge, that runner's lunge where we were. And then pressing again through the crown of the head, through the whole of the spine, elongating the whole spine, thinking about the energy that is running all the way now down that left leg. And this time I'm going to ask you to step that left leg forward to meet the right. So launch forward, step left foot meets right, big toes touch. Inhale and exhale as you make a big bend in the knees. Exhale it out. Inhale to rise, leaving the head to come up last. Keep following with the hands. Reach the hands up to the sky. And this time draw the hands down behind the head in prayer pose. Draw the hands through to the front of the throat. Now with stroking of the Vishuddha chakra, stroke here. Like a kitty cat, you're stroking a kitty cat's throat. And then bring your hands into prayer. Come back to center in Namaskar. Inhale, rise. Hands meet at the top. Press the air away. Forward folds. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. And this time, inhale, jump back or walk back into plank. Hold here. You can rock a little bit forward, rock a little bit back, rock forward, rock back. Drop the knees down gently to the mat. Bring the hips to the heels for child's pose. Maybe take the hands around and take hold of the heels. Drop the forehead to the mat, connecting with the mat. And take a nice deep inhale. And let it all go. Exhale it out. Check in with the body, how you are feeling at this point. Hopefully you're more warmed up than you were when you started, with some beautiful movements, some beautiful balancing, some challenging balancing. Start to rise. And let's go back into all 4 points. As we're going to thread the needle, we're going to take that left hand up to sky, thread it underneath, and again with a little challenging balance, or not, you can take your right hand to sky. So be mindful now of any pressure on the neck or too much pressure on the neck. Just be very, very careful of that. And if you feel you want to progress a little further, maybe lift your right leg into sky. Maybe drop that right arm behind you to bind, if that's possible. And press through the toes of that raised leg. And just hold this balance. Without any pressure on the head. If you're finding there's pressure on the head, start to release the foot, release the hand, and bring that right hand around. Press up into that right hand to release that left arm coming out from underneath. Draw back. And this time I'm going to ask you to crisscross over the arms in front of you. So crisscross over like so on the floor.
And then just draw the head down, chin to chest. With your buttocks on the heels. Just some gentle breathing, and then come up. Engage the core when you slide the hands up all the way. Come back into all 4 points. And we're going over to right hand side now. So we're going to raise that right hand. So from all 4 points, raise the right hand, scoop it under, drop that right ear down towards the mat. Again, start to raise the left hand. And if you feel that you're feeling okay and you can, maybe raise the left leg to sky. Don't worry if you do roll over, just come back to maybe both legs on the floor and just find what works for you today. And if you do have an injury on one of your shoulders like myself, maybe this doesn't feel so great right now. So let's come back, dropping that left hand down, scoot under. So remember which hand you had on top. If you had the left on the bottom, maybe take the right on the bottom this time. Crisscross them over, drop the buttocks down to the heels, and let the head nestle into that little crisscross. Just taking that midline of the body and doing some integration with the brain, left and right. Take a deep inhale, exhale as you engage the core to draw the hands towards you and come back into a little Vajrasana. So let's now scoop the feet around. Scoop the hands out, raise them up, pointing the toes to the ceiling and a draw in the belly. Exhale as you forward fold, soften in the knees. So we don't need that hardness in the knees. You can wiggle them up and down if you feel that feels good for you, or hang out here and just allow the body to soften here. Let's inhale and rise. Exhale, forward fold again, and this time taking the hands to the